everybody, and welcome to another video update from me, James Nicol. I'm the author of the Apprentice Witch book series, and as usual this month I'm going to be sharing with you some of my news, what I've been up to in the past couple of weeks, and any exciting things that are coming up too. And I'm also going to be sharing a couple of really good book recommendations for books that I've read recently. And as a new feature, exciting, I'm going to be sharing some of the books that I'm most looking forward to that are published this month. So why not grab yourself a cup of tea or a coffee or a hot chocolate and a biscuit, pop your feet up and enjoy. So it's been quite a busy few weeks for me. I hope everybody is doing well and getting on okay with homeschooling, whichever way you're dealing with that, whether you're a parent dealing with homeschooling or a teacher dealing with homeschooling or a pupil dealing with homeschooling. You have my sympathies, all of you. I have been busy editing my new book for Chicken House, and as I keep saying, more details to follow very soon, I hope. And I've also been doing a couple of events which have been really exciting, virtual events of course, because that's where we still are at the moment. So I was really excited to be invited to take part in the Golden Egg Academy's very first Honkfrance, which took place a couple of weekends ago, and it ran over the Saturday and Sunday, and throughout those 2 days they had 3 talks happening every hour with somebody from within the publishing industry. So agents, editors, Barry Cunningham from Chicken House was on talking about adapting books into films and TV series, and gave a little mention of the Apprentice Witch TV series as well. And I was invited on to talk with the wonderful Elizabeth Nolden, all about how books are adapted into audiobooks. It was a really exciting session. It was really lovely to see Elizabeth again, beaming in from Los Angeles, and she had some wonderful advice for people around how best to work on their stories which might appeal to the audiobook market. And we had a wonderful hour's discussion, and I had a real treat when at the end she grabbed her copy of The Apprentice Witch and treated us all to a live reading, and it was just wonderful. It was the first time I'd ever heard Elizabeth read the book out live, other than on the recordings obviously. So that was a really special moment for me. The links for all the Golden Egg Honkfrance talks are still available, and I will try and post those in appropriate locations if you want to go and find them. They are certainly not to be missed. There's some real gems and some great sessions included in there, and they're all absolutely free. I was also really excited to be invited onto my first Tiny Voice Talks book salon this month, which is a monthly chat between educators, teachers mostly, and also authors on a particular theme. So I was invited on by the host, Toria, and was chatting along with my friend and fellow author Vashti Hardy and teachers Simon and Hyder. And it was fantastic. Our theme was around family, and there was a brilliant discussion around books, middle grade novels, picture books that kind of deal with the theme of family or have the theme of family as part of that story. It was a great talk. It is obviously aimed at people working in education particularly, but there's still a lot of really interesting chat and some excellent book recommendations as well. So again, I will post the links where I can, and do go and check it out. And remember, they run every month. I think it's the second Tuesday of the month. That sounds about right. And again, you can find them on social media by looking for the hashtag Tiny Voice Talks, checking my notes there to get it right, book salon. So do keep an eye out for that, and I hope to be invited back on again in the future. I was really excited to see on Instagram, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, a lovely small print of a quote from the Apprentice Witch books. And it's from Grandma's song that she sings towards the end of the first book. And it goes, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head now, "Don't be scared, my little one, the clouds roll in and hide the sun. But deep within our true light shines and keeps us safe in darker times." And I didn't know where the print had come from originally, but it turns out that it was included in January's Owl Crate subscription box as one of the gifts that comes along with the book. And so I was really, really excited when I started to see even more posts of people sharing and doing their Owl Crate unboxing as well. So I've ordered myself a copy and I look forward to receiving it too. And I'm doubly excited because one of the books I'm going to mention in a little while is the Owl Crate book for January as well. So keep an eye out for that too. If you're looking for some good books to check out this month, then I have two brilliant recommendations for books that I've read. And as I mentioned, a new segment, which is the books I'm really excited about that are being published this month. So they're not necessarily books that I have already read, but they are books I'm really, really looking forward to getting my hands on. My first recommendation for the month is Vice by License to Chill by the fantastic Maz Evans. Divorce is tough for any kid, but when, like Vi's parents, your mum is ex-Secret Service and your dad is a retired bad guy, Till Death Us Do Part takes on a whole new meaning. And with her parents' focus on each other, the real supervillains are having a field day. To save her family and the world from evil domination, Vi must turn spy. I'm quite sure the world has been just waiting, holding its breath for a new Maz Evans book, and Vice by License to Chill will not disappoint, I'm sure. Her legions of fans will come running to grab their copies, and I'm sure she's going to bag herself lots of new fans as well with this brilliant new book. As you would expect from Maz, it's full of hilarious laugh out loud moments. I think there's probably something funny on just about every single page of the book, and it's full of brilliant characters from the group of kind of trying to reform themselves, criminal masterminds, to Vi's grandma and her OAP ex-spy team in the local care home. They are just absolutely brilliant. It's also got a really touching side to it, which we've come to expect from Maz's writing, and this time dealing with the divorce of parents and new step-parents and step-brothers or sisters, and she does this beautifully as well. As we've come to expect from Maz, it's smart, it's funny, but it's also full of heart. I think readers are going to take Vi and Russell, the main characters in this story, to their hearts and look forward eagerly to their further adventures. Vice by License to Chill by Maz Evans is published by Chicken House Books and it's available in paperback now. My second recommendation for February is Lightfall Book 1, The Girl and the Galdurian by Tim Probert. Deep in the heart of Ypres stands the Salty Pig's Tonics and Tinctures, home of the wise pig wizard and his adopted granddaughter Bee. As keepers of the endless flame, they live a quiet and peaceful life, crafting medicines and potions for the people of their once prosperous world. All that changes when Bee meets Cad, a member of the Galdurians, a race thought to be long extinct. Cad believes that if anyone can help him find his missing people, it's the pig wizard. But when the two arrive home, the pig wizard is nowhere to be found. Fearing for the pig wizard's safety, Bee and Cad set out across Ypres to find him, while danger fights its way out of the shadows and into the light. Can this reluctant duo get their act together in time to save the world, or has Ypres truly seen its last sunrise? I stumbled across this magnificent graphic novel by mistake, really. I was looking for something else and it just popped up, and it seemed really intriguing, and I looked at it a bit and then I thought, oh, I don't know, and I left it. And then a couple of days later I kept thinking, what was that amazing graphic novel that I was looking at the other day, and found it again and popped an order through really quickly and couldn't wait for it to arrive. It is the most stunningly beautiful graphic novel I've seen for quite a long time. As you know, I've got a weakness for graphic novels, and I think there's a really brilliant selection out there at the moment, particularly for kind of middle grade readers. Things like Five Worlds, which I've recommended previously, and also the Amulet series, but this is just takes things to a completely different level. The story is really fast paced and engaging. You can completely see it being transformed into an animated series or film. It would be remarkable. The characters are brilliant. You really connect with Bee and with Cad right from the very get go, and you're right beside them as they struggle and adventure through the first book. I don't know how many books in the series are planned, but I can't wait to read more of them. Please, Tim Probert, make more books ASAP, because I absolutely adored this book and cannot wait to see more. Lightfall, The Girl and the Girl Durian by Tim Probert is published by HarperCollins Books and it's available in paperback right now. Seriously, you have to get this book. It's amazing. So I'm also going to share with you now some books that are published through February, or may have just already been published towards the end of January as well, I think. And these aren't books that I've read yet, but they are books I'm really excited to get my hands on. And I'm sure there'll be books that you might enjoy as well. The first book I'm looking forward to, which is actually a late publication for January, is Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. This book seems to be the book of the moment, and I'm really excited. It sounds like a book full of magic and adventure, and it was the book that's included in the Owl Crate for January, so that's partly the other reason why I ordered myself the Owl Crate, also to get my little print as well. But super excited that Amari and the Night Brothers is also included, so really looking forward to reading that, and I've heard lots of lovely things about that already. Out already, I think published last week, is The Queen's Fool by the brilliant Ali Sherrick. Ali is a fellow Chicken House author, and she writes wonderful, very atmospheric historical novels. So I'm really excited to see her new book and delve into that new story from her. The Dragon and Her Boy by Penny Crimes is another book I'm really excited to see this month. It's all about the last living dragon who is hiding in the tunnels underneath London, and it just sounds absolutely perfect. I think it will really appeal to anybody that's got a love of dragon books, and it really reminded me a bit of this book that I had as a child called A Dinosaur Called Minerva, which I really loved, and as you can see, it's been well read, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And don't forget to look out for A Tangle of Spells by Michelle Harrison. It's the third in her Widdershins series, where the three sisters find themselves in a strangely perfect town. I recommended the first book a couple of months ago, and I'm really looking forward to finishing the series. These are wonderful magical stories, and I'm sure if you're a magic fan, if you've enjoyed the Apprentice Witch books, then you'll really enjoy Michelle Harrison's wonderful take on magic and witchcraft. And my last book to look out for this month is The Bear, the Piano and Little Bears Concert by David Litchfield. If you know this series of books, you'll know that the illustrations are completely wonderful and the story is always charming. And this completes the series. I'm a little bit heartbroken to know that the series is going to be over, but do keep an eye out for it. I think this is going to be another absolute smash hit of a book, and one I can't wait to add to my bookcase. That's all I've got time for this month. Thank you very much for dropping by. Don't forget you can find me hanging around on social media on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, and my monthly video updates are always shared to YouTube as well, so you can go back and see recommendations from the last almost whole year. March will be my 1 year anniversary of doing my video updates. You can also head across to my website, www.jamesnicholbooks.com, for more information about me. And don't forget to visit my bookshop on bookshop.org, where all of my book recommendations are saved. And you can also find the Apprentice Witch books and lots of other recommendations too. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you all again next month. Bye.